Kings Island is a popular amusement park outside of Cincinnati, Ohio with a promising future, so today I will be sharing my thoughts on their next attractions, areas, and rides in a 5-year plan. This is Zero G Coasters. I post weekly roller coaster commentary and vlogs, so if you're interested, feel free to subscribe, and if not, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Starting off with 2024, I would make some park improvements with a new water slide for Soak City and maybe adding to Adventureport with a few more rides, including a Zamperla Air Race to complement Delirium as another flat ride. Kings Island doesn't really have a deep flat ride collection, and an air race is a ride that gives great hang time and positives. While a coaster would be amazing for 2024, with all the other Cedar Fair projects such as the Dragster project, the Dorney Park coaster, and a few others possible, I just don't think it would work out for Kings Island to get one next year. 2025 would be Kings Island's year for a new coaster, and even though RMC and Kings Island have teased the revival of Son of Beast, the Vortex plot needs something to go in the area, as it looks like an eyesore currently. As much as I would love a Mach Extreme Spinner, I think a normal multi-launch by Mach Rides would be amazing for the park. They don't have much depth in terms of launch coasters, with their best being Flight of Fear, so this would fill a major gap in the lineup. The ride would have multiple inversions with hang time and some positives and airtime mixed in, like Copperhead Strike. The ride could also have references to the former Vortex in the queue, and even in the branding itself. Another thing is that the ride could have a spinning back car for an upcharge like Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach or Steel Taipan at Dreamworld. This is quite a likely possibility for Kings Island's next coaster, so I will give it a 45% chance of happening. Another possibility for Kings Island's next coaster would be a brand new model on the market, a B&M Surf Coaster. This ride could be themed around the old stand-up at Kings Island named King Cobra, and the ride would introduce a much-needed launch to Kings Island's lineup. The coaster wouldn't have to be the most intense out there, but a few good airtime moments and inversions would get the job done. It wouldn't be the best in the park, but it would add a solid ride to add depth into the already great lineup, and that's why I'll give it a 35% chance of coming to fruition. The third possibility is a long shot, but if the Top Thrill Dragster refurbishment is successful, then I could see Cedar Fair bringing Zamperla in for another project, this one being a Lightning launch coaster. Zamperla markets these coasters of having the capability to launch trains at an impressive acceleration, meaning that KI could get a punchy launch coaster with comfortable trains and a good ride experience after the launch. Due to my prediction of this coaster only being a year after Dragster, and the fact that that project is already heavily debated across the industry, I will only give this a 15% chance of happening, with a 5% chance for other rides or coasters to happen in 2025. 2026 would continue with park improvements, and it would mainly be in the Action Zone area, since it is the most bland area of the park, and it could be redone to feel more immersive. Compared to some of the new areas Cedar Fair has been adding to some of their parks, such as the Boardwalk at Cedar Point and Blue Ridge Junction at Carowinds. Another major change to the park in 2026 would be the change from Planet Snoopy to Camp Snoopy, along with the introduction of a few family rides. 2027 would feature a brand new thrill ride to the park, an S&S Screamin' Swing. Kings Island still needs more thrilling flats, and these swing rides are amazing for any park. It doesn't have to be record-breaking or anything, but it will serve as a serviceable flat ride for KI. At the end of the year, we would also see the removal of both Congo Falls and Invertigo. Kings Island has always had quite a dated entrance that needs to be replaced, and I think 2028 is the year of this replacement, along with a new major roller coaster. The first possibility is one that would be unique to both the park and possibly the region when it opens. The S&S Axis coaster was introduced to the world in 2019, and while no one that we know have bought a version of it, this model seems to offer tons of flexibility and could make for a unique front entrance. While Cedar Fair doesn't work with S&S much, we could easily see that change, as they are an up-and-coming manufacturer in the industry. Also, KI could get a package deal for both the Screamin' Swing and Axis, making the possibility for a larger coaster since they won't be spending more money getting rides from different manufacturers. This is a great fit to stand out from other parks, therefore I give it a 35% probability. My second prediction would be yet another B&M, but this one wouldn't be that special. While Kings Island has rides like Banshee and Flight of Fear, they are lacking a true coaster with tons of inversion. Now if they build a mock multi-launch, then I don't see this prediction going far, but if they were to get something like a B&M Surf with not a lot of inversions, then they should invest in a B&M Wing. These coasters have a dominating appearance such as Gatekeeper at Cedar Point, and it would make for an eye-catching ride that would attract the public like a magnet. My one concern is that both Holiday World and Cedar Point have a wing coaster, with Holiday World being less than 3 hours away and Cedar Point being less than 5, and having a front entrance with the B&M Wing coaster. But if any park can pull this off, it's Kings Island, and that's why I'll put it at a 45% chance. Now my final prediction may be crazy, but what if Kings Island ditches removing Invertigo altogether and remodels their front entrance without a new coaster weaving near it? This means there would be a wide open plot that needs something in it, and the majority hasn't been touched since 2012. What if Kings Island were to finally bring back the legacy of Son of Beast, but make it bigger and less pain-inducing with an RMC Hyper Hybrid? This coaster could easily become one of the best in the world, but the real problem is Cedar Fair and RMC. These two companies haven't worked together since 2018, and it looks like there are no signs of it happening in the future, but hopefully they mend the broken relationship and get back together to create the masterpiece. I give this a 15% chance of happening, with a 5% chance for other possibilities. That does it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to comment what you think Kings Island is going to get next. This is Zero G Coaster signing out. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next train.